Do you want to make over $100 per hour? Because I'm going to show you on this video a simple website where you can do this. And the best part is you don't need any money to start, no college degree. Literally the only thing you need is an internet connection. One of the big things that I've been getting a ton of questions about is, Kevin, the things you're showing, these money-making strategies, the problem with them is you can't do it from anywhere in the world, right? It's only available to the USA. So we're gonna be showing you a way that you can take advantage of this same money-making system to make $2 every 60 seconds or over $100 per hour at times using these strategies from anywhere in the world. So the website that we're gonna be going over today is called Validately. And so the reason that I actually chose this website is because they're really legit, right? There's a lot of scam websites out there. There's a lot of terrible information. There's a lot of people trying to push you down the wrong path to do surveys and all this scammy stuff, right? Validately is cool because they don't pay you in gift cards like most of these services do, right? They actually pay you in PayPal cash, right? So it's actual real money, which is a big benefit, right? The other big benefit is these guys partner with some massive companies like Google, Amazon, and Microsoft, right? So you know that they're legit. So we're gonna click right here where it says get paid to test. And then we're gonna set up our account, right? And it's gonna ask you some questions like what type of mobile device you have, what type of computer you own, because the point of this site is user testing and usability, right? A lot of these big tech companies that have unlimited budgets will just pay crazy amounts of money to get their apps and their websites and things tested by real people. And so what you do is you come in and you actually help test these products and help test these simple apps and websites to make sure that the usability and the user flow is on point, right? So you have to tell them what type of device you own, what type of computer you own, and then they're gonna assign you specific tasks and tests is what they call it. And then they're gonna pay you for each 5-minute test that you get assigned, up to $10. You're gonna be making $2 every 60 seconds. So as you actually fill out the questionnaire to kind of get started and create your account on Validately, one of the important things is if you're watching this from another country outside of the USA, what you have to do, and I believe it's question number 11, is you have to use what's called a VPN, right? A virtual private network, to basically tell your computer to show your IP address as being inside of the United States, right? So use, a basic VPN. The one that I use is called NordVPN, but there's a lot of free VPNs out there that will make your computer's IP address show that it's inside the United States, right? And so then in question number 11, where they detect your location, it'll detect your location as being inside the USA, which means that you will be eligible to actually start doing usability tests, right? So for everybody who's constantly commenting on my videos, right, I went into a lot of excruciating detail to find that specific thing for you guys to make this available for you all, even if you're outside of the USA, to make, sometimes over $100 per hour with this if you know how to do it correctly. So once you sign up, you're gonna get an email from Validately that's going to show you, how to actually set up your account and the dashboard and things like that. And then what's gonna happen is you're going to get emails from Validately, every day or often, that's going to actually assign you an amount of money for an amount of time to do a task, right? Some tasks they'll give you $10 for 10 minutes of your time. Some tasks they'll give you $10 for 15 minutes of your time. So I've seen tasks giving you $75 for 30 minutes of your time, which is actually making more than $2 every 60 seconds. So it varies depending on the actual task, right? But you're gonna get emails every day that look like this, right? Where you're actually going to be able to sign up for those tasks and actually start to earn money and get it sent directly to your PayPal account. And remember, when you actually are filling out your actual questionnaire, these questions matter, right? Don't just skip through them, because what they actually send you as far as projects that you can qualify for oftentimes depends on what you choose for these answers, right? So if you have an iPhone, they'll send you iPhone tests, which usually pay a little bit better than Android, right? If you have the Chrome browser or the Firefox browser or Internet Explorer, all of these things matter. So make sure that you do fill them out correctly so that you can get assigned the most profitable actual projects that you're going to be paid for, multiple $2 or more every 60 seconds for some of these. And so let's actually go through some of the questions one by one, just so you guys know kind of like what I chose for my answers. You want to answer honestly, obviously, because they're going to know what kind of mobile phone you have anyways, and it's not going to be any value to the people paying for it if you're lying about it, right? But so I have an iPhone. I also have an Android, right? So I could, maybe make a second account with an Android if I wanted two, and then I'd have two possible opportunities to actually get paid and get these jobs, right? And a lot of what comes down to actually getting these jobs and making, upwards of $100 per hour is understanding what we're going to talk about in a second. So what type of computer do you own? I'm going to put a Mac, but I also have a Chromebook. Male for gender. What year were you born? You know, I don't want to say that out loud because your boy's a little old, but around 1990 or so. What's your level of education? We're gonna put college graduate. What's your employment status? We're gonna put unemployed, because we're unemployed CEOs, even though I'm not wearing that shirt right now. What's your annual household income? For this one, right, I'm not exactly sure what this actually determines from their perspective. So you want to just answer honestly. We're gonna put over 125K per year, but answer honestly. What's your full name? We'll put Kevin David. What's your email? Fill out your email. And then you want to put your PayPal email. So obviously make sure you get this one correct, because this is how you're actually going to get paid, which is the most important part of all of this. Then choose a password. And then question number 12, right? I think I said it was 11 before. Question number 12 is, what time zone do you live in, right? So you're gonna click this button that says detect my location, but if you are outside of the USA, right? To qualify for the most lucrative, the most profitable actual jobs for this site, you have to make sure that you have a VPN on that shows your IP, your computer's location as being inside of the United States, or else you're not gonna be able to actually qualify for these projects that are gonna be able to make you, $2 every 60 seconds, $10 for 5 minutes. And I've even seen things like $75 for 30 minutes, right? So really, really good ways to make a significant amount of money as long as you can get the jobs and actually get picked for them, which we're gonna talk about in a second. And then all you have to do is click yes, I agree, and sign up. So once you log into your dashboard, they're gonna send you an initial test, something like basic and simple. They're gonna say, go to this actual website and record your screen for 5 minutes and send your feedback, advice, and opinions about this site, right? So do a good job with this. Be detailed about what you see. Say, I'm logging in now. It makes a lot of sense, right? Kind of explain your thought process about, the button, like the design looks very natural and beautiful. It looks really good. I had no problems logging in, right? The dashboard makes sense. Kind of think out loud as you're actually doing this test, because they review this test and then they give you varying levels of opportunities to be able to make more money if your initial screener test is of higher quality. And so for the most part, guys, that's how it works, right? This is one of the best ways that I've found to make a significant amount of money, especially from the outside the USA, and all it requires is an internet connection, right? For some of these, you don't even need a computer. You can do it just from your phone. But the main question you should be asking yourself is, but Kevin, how do I actually get picked for these, right? Because one of the big things and one of the big problems with actually making money in this fashion is there not being enough tests to go around, because it's such an easy way and such a good way to make money, right? A lot of people are trying to get these same tests. And so how do you actually kind of increase your chances of getting a good test? Well, the first thing that you do is what we just talked about, right? Do a really good job for your screener. Whatever the screener test that they give you when you first log in, recording your screen for 5 minutes, recording your thoughts, right? Put some real time and effort into that. Maybe write it out, be explicit, give actual data that you think that they are going to want and actually find value from. And if you don't know how to do that, right, look up how to do UI testing correctly, right, into Google. It's just like another thing that you can teach yourself. Submit a really good actual screener test to them, or if you're already inside of the USA. And so the second thing that you need to do to make sure that you make the most possible profit in the shortest amount of time using Validately, we will get to in just 1 second, but I want to give a quick shout out to our daily comment winner. We choose one of you guys who comments in the first minute every time we release a brand new video, and we actually feature you guys on the next video. So I want to give a shout out to Nikki Bay. Thanks for your awesome content. You've inspired me to create my own channel. We just started last week and I'm already seeing so much success. So much love to you, Nikki. And so let's get right into it, guys. And the second and probably more important thing is how Validately actually distributes these tests is they send out an email saying, we have this new test, you're gonna earn $10 for 15 minutes or $10 for 5 minutes or $75 for 30 minutes, right? They send these emails out, and then literally the person who actually clicks the email and clicks the link first is the one who generally has the highest chance of getting that project, especially if they submitted a good screener test, right? They're in the USA and they're doing good quality work, right? So what you want to do is you want to have push notifications on for your email. You want to mark those emails as important. So as soon as Validately sends that email, right, you're immediately logging in and you're clicking that you want that test, right? And you're going to be assigned more tests this way, especially if you're doing higher quality work and you use the VPN inside the USA, or if you're already inside of the USA. And if you want to make even more money doing this, the best way to do it is to stack multiple different websites that allow you to get paid to do these user testing, right? And so the best way to do that is to check out this video right here, how to make $30 per hour by just watching videos. It's another site that you can use that I've tested. It's totally legit, and you can actually make even more money than you already will from Validate by checking out this video right here, how to make $30 per hour watching videos. See you there. In this video, I'm gonna show you how you can make $30 an hour watching videos and browsing the web. And I know that sounds too good to be true, but I tried it myself to prove it works, and it does. So stay tuned, ninjas, because this is gonna be a good one.